Now, you know what? Let's watch the attached video, and then we'll do Stanley's update. Let's watch the Dylan attached video. I was just letting some more people join up. We had some people joining up. People were still coming in. You know what I mean? But now we got some people in here. Let's lock in, right? Let's lock in. Let's watch this, all right? 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
This is where it all started.
If I start crying, it's AI.
18 years ago is when I got my first Call of Duty game, COD 4 Modern Warfare. And I was playing it at a friend's house, 1v1 shipment, and I just knew how to get it. Using the MP5 Iron Sight, the M16 Red Dot, and I was just like, wow, this is the best game of all time.
My name is Kim Price.
Mama
also
Tatch,
known
man.
as Mama Tatch. My son is Dylan Attach Price. I do know that after one day after
Look at
baseball
Dylan, bro. Look at
practice, he went over to his friend's house, and his friend introduced him to Call of Duty. He fell in love. He came home and he asked for a game console, and from that point on, he was hooked.
That's really what started it all. Then I eventually learned about game battles, watched an MLG stream, I think it was like a national stream or something. Saw there was teams playing in person, but I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and that's when I knew I wanted to become a professional Call of Duty player.
Welcome to the 2008 National Championships pregame show.
I was on the Xbox 360 all day, every day. There was even at times when my parents put a thing that had like a timer, and only a certain key could add more time.
Pac-Man, bro.
When
That's
that
comedy.
box would stop working, it would automatically shut down the Xbox 360. When I was seeing that number count down to 0, it was the most frustrating times ever. And I would go to school, think about COD, think about ways I could get out of school to go home and play COD.
He had to get his homework done. He had to maintain at least a B average in order for him to play the game after school.
A B average deal? All you had to maintain was a B deal? That's all you had to maintain? A B average? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, that was better than me, Dill. When my mom saw C's, she was happy, bro. No bullshit. My mom used to say, "C, you're close. Keep it up." You know what I mean? She used to be C. You know? Yeah, you know what I mean?
I would try to get myself sick. I would not wear socks when it's cold out, go put my feet on the tile floors, try to do everything I can do to not have to go to school or get out of school. There would be times where I would have a sore throat, and I would write on a piece of paper and show my parents and say, I can't speak right now because my throat's so messed up. So I was literally always dedicated to Call of Duty and wanted to play video games. World at War came around, and that's when I started going to my friend's house. We'd play like 2v2 GBs.
I'd
bring my
smoke you guys
Xbox
in this
over
game.
there, and that's when we started like climbing the ranks in on game battles. And I guess lowering your rank because you always want
I'd
the lowest
smoke you all in
rank
this shit.
possible. And then MW2 comes out, and actually in MW2, that's when I entered or bought credits, or my parents bought credits for me to enter a tournament. I still remember to this day. It was a free-for-all tournament, and I was playing on high rise. It was a rainy day
Free-for-all
outside.
tournament?
I was like, oh, it's a rainy day. This is my element. I lost the tournament. I didn't do anything. I don't even remember if I got past round 1 or anything. So I had, I'd have my mom's camera as GB proof too, to when people would leave games. So I have some clips from like God 4, World at War, MW2 talking, where I'm just like, hey guys.
The Manchester's care package. Care packages are not allowed.
You left the game after I was beating. Like, it was so bad being a squeaker. It was not fun. And then Black Ops 1 comes out.
Yeah, it's coming.
And that's actually when I went to my first event.
First event, man. Anaheim, man. Anaheim. Wait, this is Anaheim, right? Yeah, Anaheim. Solo.
I got a picture.
Solo.
Going down. Kind of like.
I remember the first time I showed up to the Anaheim Convention
Yeah,
Center
this is crazy,
2011
bro.
to watch Black Ops 1. I was just spectating. Some of my friends from my hometown and we came out and watched just Call of Duty. The first time I ever been to a major event. I think I'm literally in this video. Wait, watch.
I get
No way, dude!
Is this like
Look at Dale, dude!
hypercrew.com?
Yeah.
Yeah? There you go. Good stuff.
Yo, look at Dale, bro! Look at him, dude! Look at him!
Oh, wait, right there. Look at
Hey, that's him right there in the purple shirt. Look at him. Yo, that's
purple shirt.
comedy. Yeah, that's actually crazy.
Right there.
Oh my.
That's crazy.
We're going to get him again.
We actually gotta add that in the video. Look, right, just down there. Right down there.
As now Assassin taking down
That's
Rambo. Left up to
insane that he
Assassin.
found
down to a
himself in that video.
Wow, Assassin's gonna have to do some serious work here. He is 6-1, so it is still a possibility.
Fear was playing optic assassin clutch like a 1v4 or something. You can see me in my teal shirt standing up.
He's going to be able to peek out there. He's been able to get a spot. And
I'd smoke it on Black Ops 1. I'd smoke it on Black Ops 1. My Famas shot was unreal. My Famas shot was actually unreal, chat. It was unreal. I
The fact
promise
that
you.
I can come
I
to
promise
this
you.
event and get to watch it and see the professionals play on main stage, see the side stations as well, made me fall in love even more with the Call of Duty community, with competitive Call of Duty, and just made sure that I knew that I wanted to do this in my future and become a professional player one day.
I still remember I was at my friend's house playing Black Ops 1. We were playing just some GB matches, but then COD XP was going on. So all the teams were going to COD XP.
Welcome to Call of Duty XP. We are at one of the largest tournaments ever for Call of Duty.
COD XP,
That was the first
man.
like $1 million tournament, and to see people win that
Astro
much
and
money at that
Fwiz.
time, I was like, wow, this is like a real career. I would have to try and convince my parents to let me go to tournaments, and you know they're not having any of that. I'm doing everything I can. I'm writing out contracts for them. If I get good grades and go to all my sports practices and all that, you'll let me go to a tournament. They're like, absolutely not. You're not flying to Ohio or Texas to go play Call of Duty. That's just not happening. Maybe when you get older. After MW3 came out, that's when I actually went to my first local LAN.
A friend of his introduced him to local LANs. You know, they were small tournaments.
Played against some pros for the first time. Placed pretty well in the free-for-all, the 2v2, and the 4v4. I think we got second in the 4v4.
He went to a couple and won.
It was awesome to just get out there and play, get my name out there, and really get my first LAN experience. And that's when, at that moment, I was like, wow, I could actually do this. Like, I could be really good. But then the biggest thing, which probably started this all, was I'm playing League of Legends at my desk in this room, on my laptop. I get a text or a call from my friend Kalani at the time. Got a force
Kalani!
sketch for Anaheim. He knew I lived in California, so he hit me up. He's like, yo,
They'll play League?
do you want to come play at MLG Anaheim? And I was like, yes, I would love to play at MLG Anaheim because I've been waiting for it, but I was going to miss only event I could travel to because usually back then, like, my parents weren't going to let me fly to other places.
So he asked one day if I would be able to drive him down to a tournament, and I said yes, as long as you do your homework. I said I'll take you.
That one text message, that one opportunity to just show up to an event with the team of the day before, literally changed everything. It just catapulted my career helped me rise to be a professional player. Just going there, playing well, meeting other top amateurs and some semi-pros at the time. It's crazy to think about it.
W mom, bro.
Text message 12 years ago. A text message 12 years ago really changed everything in my life. So MLG Anaheim, where it all started, it was pretty insane how we met.
Yeah, honestly, like, thinking back on it, it
Lamar,
couldn't have been
man.
written, like, any different way. What are the chances of that? We end up going to the tournament. Someone on your team was friends with my teammate.
Yeah.
And then everyone did at events back then. Everyone's friends are in one hotel room or one area.
Everyone actually hung out back then.
Yeah, we got introduced to each other, started talking, whatever, and I found, you're like, yeah, I'm from LA too. I was like, I'm from LA. What the hell? No other players from LA. What are you talking about?
literally.
And then he's like, yeah, I live in Moore Park. I said, what? I live in Calabasas. What's going on over here? I was like, there's another gamer that lives right next to me. And then from then on, we just became homies because I was mind
We were
blown.
kind of like just forced to be friends just because back then I didn't know. I was like, there's no way there's any other gamers near me.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I was the only gamer in the state of California pretty much.
Same.
I was like, wait, this guy goes to a high school that is kind of like a rival high school that plays each other in sports.
Exactly.
That's crazy. And then we were kind of just like meant to be friends after that. Like you found
Exactly.
someone that actually plays Call of Duty, not only game battles, but MLG, Black Ops 2, scrimming, like.
Yeah.
Watching a video of me going to school,
It was actually a really fun, cool day. It was a rally day on a Friday, but this one day was pretty cool. And at the rally, they called me out and said some cool things about me. So you guys are gonna see that in this video. And as always, hope you guys enjoy.
That's crazy. Damn, that's fire.
And after so many years, over a decade, to be
That's
back
fire,
here
Chad.
and just be in this gym where there were so many memories. Of course, when I was a senior, winning the world championship, and my friends chanting my name, the whole school cheering for me, it was incredible. But that's the end of that chapter. Before, when I first started my freshman year, no one except for my close friends who I would play Call of Duty with knew I was playing Call of Duty.
And we would see each other like around at like other high school parties or whatever, and people would be mind blown, like, how do you guys know each other? Because at that time it was like a secret that no one knew you were a gamer, you know? Yeah. So we would be like, yeah, we know each other from Little League. I can't even name one position in baseball. We know each other in Little League.
Lamar doesn't even know how many players are on the diamond of baseball.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was always funny. Like, yeah, how do you know each other? Yeah, we just know each other. Like, bro, we're just boys. No, nothing with Call of Duty is like, all right, peace out accuracy. Like,
Peace out
and going into
accuracy.
Ghost, which would be my junior year.
That's comedy.
I was like a semi-pro.
You got put onto like the top AM circle.
Yeah, I got onto like the semi-pro top AM circle. That was crazy.
And everyone just realized like, wait, who's this attached kid? I'm like, yeah, that's my shooter right there. Y'all don't know about him. And then he just made a name for himself there. Got picked up on the good teams with like the other top AMs at the time and just took flight. And wow, I'm thinking back on it too. Remember when we went to Philly and Ghost? My dad flew with us.
Attach and Slasher, and Attach is the one you don't want to be against in this situation, as he is playing so well for Elevate right now.
This was my first event, chat.
Is this rolling? Oh, hell yeah, let's go, dude.
Zoomaa, 11 kills, 5 deaths. Attach, 10 kills, 5 deaths.
Yeah, you were an AR player at the time too, right? Like you were.
I think at the beginning of Ghost I was, but then I became a sub.
Yeah,
as the year went on.
You transitioned into a sub. But I remember you as like a main AR player, like initially, like when you were first coming up, and you were like the young guy too.
But anyways, we are going into round 11 here, and we have Optic on the defense here.
And then that's the event where you like really made a name for yourself. I remember watching you beat Optic.
This is for the tournament live. Able to go in big. The two players tied directly to his right.
It's my real voice, Chad. Wow.
Where's he at?
He's
my real professional voice, man.
There it is. Optic, ladies and gentlemen, being eliminated from this tournament. That was a nail biter. That came down to the wire.
Well, that's why I got my first pro placing in Ghost in January. Actually, January 4th. I beat Optic, placed top 8, came back to school, and everything's acting like normal.
After Optic beat me, they eliminated us, and I watched.
I had to get your get back.
Yeah, that's my dog right there. And like that's when everyone started realizing like who Attach was. And that's what it was. It was crazy to watch how quick the come up was from there to that moment. Like. Was like this, and everything changed from there.
Look at those KDs. Attach is a main slayer.
Attach is such a good player. I teamed with him on Curse Youth before.
Hold on a minute, hold on. We gotta pause right there. Look at it. Look at the shape of that head.
KDs.
Hold on a minute. Look at the shape of this guy's head. Look at the shape of his head, Chad. Look. Look at the shape of his head. It's a perfect square. It's a perfect fucking square head. Look. It's a box. It's a box head. You know what I mean? The box head is mom.
Such a good player. I teamed with him on Curse Youth before.
I went to X Games
that
year as well, and that was actually the event where I think I signed my first autograph at X Games.
Attach is gonna get a kill. That's the ace for Attach this round. He's all smiles in the booth.
Obviously, the can't wall bang that. That was like a big thing too.
Go now, go. Don't risk that. You can't wall bang it. You can't wall bang it.
Yo, your teammates were fucking assholes, and one of them was Tony.
Attach! Are you a
Attach, you couldn't choke. Dude, Attach just choked.
Oh my God, Attach, you just choked. No shit, I choked.
Hey man.
To make matters worse, I'm 2-8.
Bro.
The 2014 Call of Duty Championship presented by Xbox.
That Champs was in LA at this time. So we went, I don't know where we got these fake IDs made from, but we got fake IDs to sneak into COD Champs 2014.
You had to be 18.
Yeah, not just to play, to spectate, you had to be 18.
Yeah.
J-Cap is gonna have a few
I
plays.
knew that Dylan would be very skilled at playing COD because
and Attach is gonna finish up 12-0, a flawless game from him.
He went 12-0. So he did not die one time. That was pretty cool to watch.
I joined Rise towards the end of the year, and we got a couple top placings.